Scuderia Ferrari team arrives in Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix with a clear goal: to bring the SF-24 to its optimal working point. The task is never easy in these cases, especially when the racing season has just begun, and the knowledge base about the car is not extensive. However, the prancing horse is well aware that things did not go in the right direction at the Bahrain International Circuit last week. Besides the situation with the braking system, a problem that crushed Charles Leclerc's hopes for a podium and also partially affected Carlos Sainz, the SF-24 tire management also needs verification. Because even though the qualifying session revealed a good level competitiveness for the red car, albeit without achieving a pole position well within reach, doubts arose during the race about tire management. In Saudi Arabia, this race will provide more information to understand how the Maranello car handles the tires. The smooth and less abrasive surface of the Jeddah circuit will significantly help in this regard. A solid front, power unit 06610, and the need to find more rear grip. These are the focus points for building the best setup. Once again, the favorite role will be played by Red Bull, a very strong RB20 that in Max Verstappen's hands seems unbeatable. Not to forget Mercedes, which intends to bounce back from the cooling system issues in Bahrain that significantly affected performance. McLaren and Aston Martin will not stand idly by either. The Woking team is confident it can make the best use of the Saudi Arabian track layout thanks to the intrinsic qualities of the MCL38, while the Silverstone-based team has worked extensively on fine-tuning to offer the best version of itself. Examining the images from the Jeddah pit lane, we notice that Ferrari has chosen the same specification used in Bahrain with a medium load. Enjoying greater efficiency and good propulsion, the technicians of the Italian team can add some downforce at the rear. This choice is very useful to provide more stability to the rear and at the same time manage the tires more effectively. It remains to be seen what type of configuration will be used for the beam wing. Indeed, a classic comparison between the two versions available on the SF-24 could take place. This move is quite useful to experiment with the setup that best suits the circuit. Remember that these aerodynamic elements, although they may seem of minor importance in the overall aerodynamic picture, actually make a significant difference by working as an extension of the diffuser. In Red Bull, they have opted for a lighter specification. The Milton Keynes team is trying to generate useful downforce through the floor diffuser assembly. In terms of frontal area, the specification observed on the RB20 has a lower value than the solution present on the Ferrari SF-24 single-seater. In fact, the leading edge seems to vary its thickness along the chord. Consequently, the main plane becomes more pronounced on the outer side. Ultimately, another technical consideration about the car to beat: the trailing edge, unlike other cases, does not have any gurney flap. To complete the analysis regarding the downforce levels for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, let's move on to Mercedes. We notice a similar specification in concept to McLaren, which chose a medium load solution where it is unloaded at the extremes to decrease the magnitude of the tip vortices. However, in the version of the W15, the frontal area is smaller to recover speed on the straight. Although the radius of curvature at the end plate is undoubtedly different, its mere aerodynamic function is the same. It is also worth noting one thing: on the W15, the rear wing side panel has an extra detail. Observing the shot, it is evident that the technicians intend to further reduce the frontal area, creating a sort of cut in the central part of the trailing edge of the second flap. Only the track will tell us who is right, as we recall that last weekend the two MCL38 cars were among the fastest on the Sakhir Straight.